So today we're gonna talk about wedding. This video, napakadami sa inyo, no? Napakagandang mga comment, napakagandang mga tanong. What goes into the thought process? What goes into the budget? What goes into the finance? What goes into the planning of our special day? And I'd like to share it with you simply because you asked it and we truly appreciate it and we'd love for you to know it. Maybe ikaw ay nagpaplano rin. Maybe ikaw ay gusto rin magpakasal, or maybe you're gonna have a wedding soon. What goes on with our special day and what could be things that you can apply as well. For you, ano bang gusto may share sa kanila?
Syempre, no, when you talk about wedding, it's really the girl or the woman who's on top, no? So, you wanna be able to share paano ba talaga yung naging planning, kasi most of the time naman ako yung gumawa ng a lot of the planning, no? So, you wanna be able to share kung ano yung nangyari talaga, bakit ganon, and we wanna be able to answer the questions that you guys were asking, no? Kasi we got a lot of great feedbacks from our guests, and of course, syempre, our hearts are full, are so grateful for that, no? That everyone had a great time during our wedding, no? Solid daw. I guess super happy din ako with how our wedding went. It's really one of the most memorable experience, no? Talagang happy.
Alright. So you're gonna hear both sides, no? You're gonna hear the woman side, of course, kaya para sa kanila, no, whether we like it or not as men, no? Para sa kanila, it is their parang, paano ba yan? Disney dream, parang ganyan. So parang meron na silang mindset, bata pa lang yan sila, that there will be a dream wedding that they will have for themselves. No? So you're gonna hear their side, and of course you're gonna hear the man's side. Because tayo, di ko alam, parang di siya ganun ka heavy yung bigat nung occasion sa atin. Pero you're gonna hear our sides, and you're gonna hear, of course, where do we compromise, where do we together as a couple decide on things, so that we can create and perfect the wedding out of our own preference and in the same way sa inyo rin. Alright, so of course we start it with, syempre, the first question, okay, which is, are you gonna be sure with one another? So yun yung pinakasimula, di ba? Kasi syempre, besh,
Bakit ka magpapakasal?
Besh, habang buhay pinag-uusapan dito, Besh. Alam mo ba kung gaano katagal yung habang buhay? So, first question that will lead for you to pop the question. Di ba? The very starting point of a wedding is the engagement. Is the ring. And hindi mura ang sing-sing, ha? Na as men, no, ang thought process ko in the past, I could have bought another business with this money. Di ba? Na parang, di ba? Parang, pinambili ko na sana ng negosyo to, pakapital ko na sana to. O kaya, pinambili ko na ng stocks to, o kaya bumili na sana ako ng lupa that appreciates so that it becomes an investment. However, that brings me to my question and to my point for you guys as well. This is now, saan papasok yung how much financially can you set aside for the woman that you love or for the person that you love? Kasi whether we like it or not, money represents that. Sabi, di ba? Including the budgeting, including the
Hindi
wedding
naman.
planning.
Possible naman na some personalities or some people talaga, they prefer to have an intimate wedding, no? But
I agree. It's just that money represents priority.
yeah,
That's the point that I wanna drive at.
but not money.
As you know, not the amount of money.
Yeah.
Not the amount of money, but money represents priority. Ibig sabihin, if my business becomes more important than my engagement ring, it's the same amount of money. Pero the question is, hindi na lang siya pera-pera lang. Kung hindi, saan ang puso? Sabi nga nila, di ba, where your money is, where your treasure is, that's where your heart is. Saan ang priority ko? Saan ang puso ko? Where do I want to spend a lot on? And it starts, number one, sure ka na ba kasi wala nang bawian yan habang buhay na pinag-uusapan. Pangalawa, engagement ring, whether we like it or not, mahal yan. I think I was just extravagant with what I did, but even nakita ko, nung nagsa-search ako, no joke, yung mga simpleng sing-sing lang ngayon, mahal pala talaga yun. So, kasama yan sa wedding marriage, no? To be considered. Okay? Are you gonna be open and willing and accepting to spend for the person that you love? Goes both ways. Hindi lang men to women, also women to men. Okay? Because doon na papasok yung mga priorities. So, of course, again, number one, sure ka ba? Pangalawa, of course, you put in after the wedding, you pop in, you start it with the engagement. And then, which brings me to my second point. So, may sing-sing na. You said yes. Now, the real thing happened. Which is planning na.
Yeah.
Okay? Siya na papasok doon. Kasi hindi naman ako yung nagsimula magplano, siya yun. What are the things when you said yes? Ano yung parang biglang nag-turn on sa'yo na, hey, I'm gonna plan this. What do I want? What do I like? Anong...
Siyempre, unang-una, ang most important, no, is the date. Yan, di ba? Paano tayo magsisimula ng planning kung wala pa tayong plano kung kailan? Di ba? After the engagement, you talk about now as a couple, kailan ba? When do we want to get married? Di ba? Because some people get engaged tapos after 2 years pa pala, after 3 years pa pala. So, kailan ba? Di ba? So, I guess for us, it's our idea was talaga a year, next year,
November.
Next year agad.
For the same reason, para lang din alam ng lahat, it's because gusto natin mag-ipon. Okay, we wanna prepare for the money, we wanna prepare for the finances, because wedding in itself, na ano ko dyan tawag dyan yung expectation versus reality. Okay, ang expectation ko mura lang, no? Meron lang akong certain budget, lumaki na, oh my God, hindi pwede palang pipitsugin na lang. Pwede naman siguro, pero hindi siya yung expected. Na tama pala yung sinasabi ng iba that you wanna put in some miscellaneous because
nag-add up talaga siya. Hindi lang yun. Kumbaga meron pang extra charges.
Hindi nasunod yung budget. So, first is the date. So kayo, decided nyo rin. We started it, I guess, parang 15 months just to prepare for the finances. Pero we realized after 3 months
Matagal pala. Kasi parang more than a year, mahigit talaga sa isang taon. Sobrang tagal. We got engaged July and then we thought November next year.
Right.
The following year. Pero nung tinitignan namin, parang sobrang tagal. So we decided to move it earlier date, which is April. April because walang special reason. Ano lang, it's
wala
just
ring
that,
special number.
For others kasi I know you guys are also, kumbaga, significant in terms of the dates, may mga numbers, yung iba nagpapa feng shui pa around that, kung swerte ba yon or whatsoever. For us, hindi naman namin masyadong in-overthink yung date. Wala kami masyadong special meaning around that. We just wanted to be strategic, no, in terms of our date since it's pandemic.
And we've got a lot of friends na nagka-cancel yung kanilang wedding
because of the pandemic, no. Alam naman natin, no, we are pandemic couple. So maraming pwedeng mangyari, pwedeng mag-declare ng lockdown, pwedeng mag-declare ng kung ano-ano. But I guess, ang naisip lang namin dito, since it's gonna be election and campaign period siya, imposibleng mag-lockdown.
So we had our date,
that opportunity.
We had our date April 30th. Simply because it's campaign season, it's election season, and it's gonna be impossible. Kita mo na, kaya natuloy It's gonna be impossible for, for this country to lock down because, the people in office are gonna be campaigning, the people in office are gonna be roaming around, they will be having their rallies, and sabi ko, why not take that opportunity? So, we moved it to April, 30th, para it's exactly 1 week before the elections, at sure tayong matutuloy. No? So, that's how our date went.
Yeah, for others kasi, natuloy naman yung wedding nila, pero maraming restrictions, like yung parang $20 lang, $10 lang.
Right.
So, kasama din yun sa consider, no? Kasi di ba may mga alert level. Pag alert level 4, bawal yung ganito, nakamask, outdoor lang. Yun yung mga bagay, no? But for us, since campaign period, we just knew that it's gonna be alert level 1, maluwag. And actually, no, I was so happy because it felt like 2019. It felt like it wasn't pandemic. No?
Right. Everything is open. The airports are busy, which I love kasi nakita natin yung airport ng walang tao eh, na parang ghost town eh. But it was during that date, the airport was busy. There's a lot of planes flying in and out, and I love it, no? Number 2, it's because maulan. Sorry, maaraw.
Maaraw, yeah.
Oh, that's the second consideration that we have because we chose an outdoor venue.
Yes. We both really want a beach wedding. Non-negotiable na sa amin yon.
Actually, sa totoo lang, I just felt at that time it was out of my league. Kumbaga parang it's nice to have or it's nice to see but not really that possible for me. Kasi yung mga nakikita kong beach wedding, ito yung mga pang celebrity, di ba? Mga pang big time, I mean super duper big time. And at that time, I felt like it's nice to see, pero I'm just gonna be settling for, an ordinary wedding. Because again, the man's perspective is, I don't want to be spending so much at that time. No? My perspective at that time is, I don't want to be spending so much on a one-day thing. Yun yung, again, mamaya ikikwento namin paano nagbago. Pero at that time, no, isang araw lang naman yan.
Yeah.
Bakit kailangan paggastusan? So, beach wedding isn't anything near my option until my birthday. Diba? It was what I dreamed of. A beach wedding is what I dreamed of. I think you are the same.
Yeah. Basta outdoor sa akin. Beach or garden. Basta
Yes.
anything outdoor.
We wanted outdoor, pero sabi ko nga, I don't want to be spending so much until my birthday. Because we were in Bohol. We were in a resort that had a beach wedding at the time. And then there was a fireworks display. And I said at that moment, I want that. Totoo. At that moment, sabi ko, I want that. And then, of course, we were drinking, no? Si Madam ni Luis, nagsasangria yan. And then I was drinking my alcohol. And then sabi ko, uy, gusto ko yan. Yan na tayo. Sure na ako. Hindi na mababago isip ko. What was your, parang feedback at that time, nung sinabi ko yun?
Actually, that time, I was thinking baka hindi naman pa masyadong seryoso. So, until when we got home, you didn't want me to check any other venues already. You were sure that it's Bohol. No? So, sabi ko sa'yo, sure ka ba? Baka you wanna consider beaches around,
Batangas.
near Metro Manila, Subic, Batangas, pero wala, ayaw niya na talaga. So sabi ko, sige, bahala ka, try natin, no? Let's try to talk to our families. Cause syempre it's gonna be a destination wedding. We're from Cavite, by the way.
Yep.
And wala kaming family or relatives in Bohol.
So for those who are asking, there was nothing of that sort. It was simply just, I saw it, we saw it, no? Pareho tayo. We saw it, I loved it, I said, we're gonna get married here.
Yeah, so after na mapag-isipan natin na Bohol, no, we initially said it to our friends and to our families. Kasi what we want rin naman kasi talaga is just an intimate wedding together with our family and closest friends only, no?
And we did not, also, I think we did not ask them naman. Sinabi lang natin na this is your gift to us.
Yeah.
Kasi just to share with you, we did not shoulder their flights and accommodation. It was primarily their gift. If they want to give more, then I will be so much happy. But if not, that will be primarily their gift to us, no? Their attendance, their presence, and in return, we're gonna give them a gift on the day. So mamaya pag-uusapan natin yun. Pero meron kaming hinandang surprise for them for coming over to Bohol. Because alam natin at that time, sinabihan na natin sila we're getting married in Bohol, mag-ipon na kayo, pag-ipunan nyo na yung flight nyo, At that time, it was July. So, I think medyo ano pa yung...
Mahaba pa yung time kasi
And yung pandemic noon, medyo ano yung
medyo
lockdown.
lumuluwag tapos
Oh,
mag-ano.
luwag-sikip.
Oo.
Oh. So, ang good thing at that time, yung airfare was so low. Even Philippine Airlines at that time has been offering very, very low cost airfare. So, sabi namin with our family and friends, maximize this. This could be your
Yeah.
next vacation. We position it that way. This is your next vacation. This is your next getaway. And we're gonna get married as well.
Yes, no, kasi I guess most of our guests, no, hindi rin talaga nakapag-travel due to pandemic. So most of them is really their first travel after the pandemic happened. And totoo naman, lumuwag nung April, even our families abroad were able to fly
Yep.
here in Manila na wala nang quarantine. Yan din, no? So, isa sa mga kinonsider namin kasi may quarantine period pa. And when we traveled to Bohol also, wala na ring PCR,
Right.
vaccination card na lang. So, okay, it went well.
Okay. So next thing we did is find a venue right away in Bohol. We inquired. So that's the third thing. We inquired of the venue and we put on an initial budget.
Yeah. So, finance tip number 1 is syempre, have a budget in mind and dun kayo maglalaro sa budget na yun.
Yeah, and I guess I did the TikTok kasi na parang sabi ko nga, when you're gonna have a wedding, you give it your all for this person. Pero again, later realization ko na yan. Ending realization ko na yan, pinaka-ending ko na yan. At that time, no, my thought process at that time is just like you. Isang araw lang naman to. I don't want to be spending so much, so I just want to have an initial budget. Okay? Spoiler alert, hindi naman yan masusunod talaga. Spoiler alert is nowhere near. Napakalayo talaga nung initial
kasi
budget.
yung initial budget mo in mind, I know also na hindi siya realistic.
Talaga?
Oo, hindi talaga siya realistic. Dun sa gusto natin. Sa gusto natin at sa peg natin, hindi siya realistic. But, if it's gonna be a simple...
Malaki na yun, ah.
Malaki na yun. Ay, malaki na yun, pero hindi siya malaki dun sa gusto mo at sa gusto nating type of wedding. But, if it's gonna be a simple, intimate wedding,
Pwede na.
oo naman. Some people can even get married in less than 100K, no? But, it's really
So
still...
let's put it out there. I mean, we want to give them some expectations. Simple intimate wedding.
It's still a good, great wedding, no?
How many packs yun?
Some people can go 50 packs pa rin or more.
50 packs for less than 100 grand. So less than 100K simple intimate
Yeah,
wedding.
at the end of the day naman.
Kasi ang importante is simply to get married.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. At the end of the day, your objective lang naman is to get married. No,
Oh.
it's still gonna be your choice whether to go grand, or to go simple, intimate. Na kayong dalawa lang, pwede rin. Whatever your choice will be, maybe what I just wanna put out there is to just follow kung ano talaga yung gusto nyo. Cause when you get engaged, you will get a lot of unsolicited opinions, comments, na dapat ganito na lang, ganyan. But, at the end of the day, it's gonna be your wedding. Ikaw rin man magbabayad, unless hindi ikaw magbabayad, unless may magsusponsor sa inyo, then pwede nyo i-consider yung
Kung anak
suggestions
mayaman ka,
nila,
edi nice,
diba? But if it's gonna be your wedding, your money, it's your choice. It's
Yeah.
your choice, not their choice. So, wag ka magpaka-stress masyado sa unsolicited opinions and comments from other people.
Right. This is also, no, balik lang tayo sa venue, very, very quickly lang. This is also one of my reasons why I wanted a destination wedding. I don't want any uninvited guests. Okay? It's one of the perks of being in a destination wedding that you only get to control who will attend. And you don't get any uninvited guests.
So, walang mag-eat and run.
Walang eat and run. Walang bit-bit na tropa kung sino man. walang amigo-amiga. It will just be the people that you would want to be there, which for me
And not
is better.
not really people who you want to be there. People also who wanted to be there themselves,
Right.
because they have to pay their airfare
Yeah.
and accommodation. Alam mo yon, if guest ka lang na hindi ka masyadong close, you're gonna think na, uy, sayang naman yung pera, hindi ko naman sila masyadong close, ba't ako pupunta doon? But those people who were there during our wedding are those people that we know really wanted to be there.
And we love. Very
Yeah.
special to us.
Really wanted to be there kasi nag-effort, gumastos, no? And we just know that they wanted to witness the wedding talaga.
Right.
Alam mo yun, hindi lang makiride, hindi lang makikain, hindi lang tumambay or makichismis, but they really wanted to be there.
At hindi na yung mga friend of a friend of a friend. Hindi na kasama yung mga yon. So, I agree with you. So, number 3, balik tayo, is have an initial budget.
Yeah.
Okay, sabi mo nga, just to put it out there, you can have a simple yet maayos na wedding with less than 100K. The usual average of a wedding is based on your expertise.
Kapag yung church wedding talaga, no, usually what I'm hearing from people is around, yung church wedding na tapos may medyo maayos, magandang
Yeah,
grand,
average.
around 400
Range,
ganyan.
mga
400 can go to 400 to 700.
4 to 700. Okay, if they are looking for
Mga 100 packs na yun.
100 bucks. If they're looking to medyo grande na.
Medyo ingrande na. Siguro yun na talaga yung magwa 1M pataas na. 800 to
So you're gonna go with around 800 to
pataas na.
1 million and more.
More.
Okay?
or more.
Sometimes, again, I noticed the biggest budget din naman is the number of people that you're gonna be inviting.
Yeah.
So,
It depends on how big.
kung 300 na tao yan, mahal talaga yan. Kasi I think
exactly.
that's the biggest chunk of the wedding budget that we have. It's really the number of people that we invited.
food.
Their food, dadaanan natin yan. And I guess, dyan din. So, you wanna take a look into the number of packs that you will have for your wedding. Because
Yeah.
yan yung biggest chunk talaga eh.
Kasi baka mamaya gusto mo ng 300 packs na wedding, tapos yung budget mo, 'di ba? Less than
Yeah.
100K, parang medyo baka kapusin na.
Kapusin
so,
talaga.
ano lang, based on reality, we're speaking based on
So, if you
reality.
want a grand with less than 100, abot na yan ng 1M, just to put it out there as a perspective. Less
Medyo
than-
grand, hindi grand na yun.
Hindi, yun nga, grand. If you want a grand, pero less than 100 packs lang. Kasi,
100 packs pack kaya.
100 packs or less, aabot ka na ng 1M dyan.
Kung grand.
Or
Kung
1.1,
grand
1.2. To put it out there as a perspective also, aabot ka rin ng around 1M if simple, average wedding, pero sobrang daming guests.
Yeah.
200, for example. So, you wanna weigh it out, no, na ano bang priority ko? I want mas maraming guests. Let's say, for example, my budget is, kasi ganun din eh, tataas din na tataas eh. So, you wanna weigh it out there na more guests or more experience but lesser guests. Yeah.
So, from the budget, no, you have to pick your top 3. Top 3 suppliers. Priorities. Your top 3 priorities that most of your budget will go to that top 3.
Okay.
No? So,
Sa
amin, it's the venue.
So, it has to be a beach.
The venue.
It has to be by the sand.
And the food. Which sa atin
With
kasi
the food.
kasama na yung venue and food. For others kasi hindi. They have a separate venue, tapos separate din yung caterer.
Right.
So, iba pa yon. But for
Sa
us,
atin, it's the
kasi
same.
it's yung resort na rin yung provider natin ng food. So, one
Yeah.
na lang yun, venue and food. Second na priority natin is
Photo
the
video.
photo video, no? So, and third is the styling.
The design of the
The
sand. Yeah.
styling. Kasi, the beach is really bare eh.
But I guess for us, it was a complimentary. But again, the styling makes it magical. Napakagaling talaga nila. Oo.
Bare kasi yung beach, so wala talaga siyang styling. It really, kumbaga, from ano talaga siya, from bare to magkakaroon ng style kasi outdoor talaga siya. So,
Right.
we wanted to have a feel na parang medyo festive at the same time,
It complements the nature. Yeah. So, top 3 priorities, have your top 3 priorities as well. For us, yun nga, venue and food, medyo, medyo picky ako with regards to food, no? You wanna be picky on that as well kasi nga, pagkain yan eh. 'Di ba? Kahit na gaano kaganda yung wedding, kung gutom lahat ng tao kasi di masarap, ayaw din ng tao yun. So, food. For us also, photo video because it's gonna serve as the memory that will last for a lifetime.
yeah. Cause guys, no, when you get married, it's gonna be so fast. Actually, hindi mo maaalala kung ano yung nangyari sa wedding mo.
Yeah.
Totoo lang, promise. Sobrang bilis niya from the ceremony to the reception. Ang bilis lang ng pangyayari, no? And your photo and video will actually help you remember everything that happened or at least capture, no? Some things that happened na you were not able to witness.
So, third priority again that we have is design. The design was all about her idea. So you want to make sure that the designer that you're gonna get is someone who can execute the ideas that you guys have. Kasi in our case, Luis has, may mga Pinterest boards yan eh. To actually get into the ideas, turning ideas into execution, turning ideas into reality. You gotta be as detailed. Okay, what are the details that you consider with all of this, the wedding? So, of course, color palette. Yeah.
Yes.
Ano yun?
So, I created a mood board for the ceremony and the reception. No? So, actually, ako personally, wala akong talagang dream wedding na.
Right.
So, for some brides kasi, they have talaga a dream wedding. Kumbaga, even before they had boyfriends, they had like a wedding gown na talaga na gusto nila. They had a color palette talaga. Ako, I don't have that. I'm just open to suggestions, comments. Hindi ako masyadong fix na kailangan ganito. This is my dream supplier. This is my dream wedding.
Right.
So, my reference lang was really Pinterest. Pinterest board, no? So, I searched beach weddings, and then also nag-decide rin ako with the color palette that we have, so since it's beach, I wanted something colorful, I wanted something to pop out kasi it's already greens, it's already white, so I wanted a color na magpa-pop in terms of photo and video, yung talagang stand out siya, no? So and also medyo sikat din yung color palette na yun this season. So, I decided to have a terracotta color palette, no? So, isa yan sa mga pinagka-stressan ko, ang color palette.
So, but yeah, get a design that will turn that into execution, that will turn that into reality. Of course, what made our life really, really easy was to have very excellent coordinators. That's the fourth one. Aside from the design, is coordinators. Ako, medyo nag-spend tayo ng malaki-laki for coordination, and a lot of people
because it's full coordination. So, it also depends on you as a couple on what type of coordination do you want. Number one, if you want to be the one on top of your wedding na kayo mag-aasikaso lahat, then you can just get the on the day. But if you want to avoid the hassle, the stress, the workload, then you can get full coordination. So for us, we got a full coordination simply because number one, it's a destination wedding. Hindi namin masyadong kilala yung mga suppliers in Bohol. So the full coordinator helped us to really get the best suppliers, to get feedback whether the suppliers that we want are good or not. Number two, also kasi nga we just want to avoid also the unnecessary
the
stress.
hassles, yeah.
Oo. So, hindi kami masyadong ganun na stress during the the wedding planning because of our coordinator. Kumbaga, we just left it on their hands and we just trusted that they will deliver, they will help us with every
They did.
Yeah, they did with every request that we have. So, what I normally do kapag yung mga na idea kung pumapasok sa akin, I just type it. I want this, I want that, and then they will be the one to find the suppliers. They will give me, ito po yung mga possible suppliers natin, who do you want here? And then from there, slowly, nagkakaroon na, nako-complete na yung mga
So,
suppliers.
just to give you guys, it's gonna be an average of around 50K, pero it's underestimated, in my opinion. It's underestimated. A lot of people don't wanna get full coordination because they feel, kaya ko namang gawin. Pwede naman akong gumawa. But I tell you, no, there's a lot of things pala. Okay, and I'm gonna be speaking with you kasi nakita ko si Luis noon at that time. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of details that happens in the ceremony and in the reception itself that you wanna avoid already. You wanna avoid altogether. It is one of the suppliers that's actually underestimated. Okay, pero ako lang may suggestion, medyo gastusan mo na yung full coordination
Your coordinator,
just to have a less hassle.
and your coordinator is actually the I must say na parang sila yung backbone,
Yeah.
yung core of your wedding, because they will be the one to really execute everything.
So you can
during the
focus on it.
wedding. So, sila talaga yung mag-a-arrange ng everything sa inyo. So, if palpak yung coordinator mo, palpak lahat ng wedding.
Yeah.
Because I heard a lot of experiences na palpak yung coordinator nila, nasira yung timeline,
Right.
and everything else na-affect na rin.
Right.
Kasi nga, hindi naging maayos yung coordination. So, coordination is really, really important.
Exactly. Also, okay, you want that kasi ang ayaw mangyari, naglalakad ka na sa aisle, iniisip mo pa paano yung pagkain, paano reception, paano yung stage. Kami, wala kaming ganun eh. In fact, no, when I was, kasi we started our wedding at 4 o'clock in the afternoon in the beach. And when I was there, hindi ko pa alam what's gonna be precisely what's gonna happen. Kumbaga, I know the initial idea. I know the initial what's gonna happen. Pero kasi when you're there, parang dun na nagsisink in. Hindi ko alam kung experience mo yun. Pag dun na nagsisink in, medyo nagiging cloudy na yung utak mo. Hindi ka na as precise as you want because of course, emotions are there. This is the moment. This is the time. And I briefly asked the coordinator to come. Sabi ko, can you brief me what's gonna happen? Sir, ito po. Kami na po yung magpipila sa entourage. Kami na po maganito. Dito ka lang po tatayo. Sasabihin po namin pag maglalakad ka na. All of these things na if wala sila, parang, especially as a man, I'm gonna be clueless. Kasi, di ba, this is not my event eh. Quote unquote, no? Hindi magaling yung mga kalalakihan sa ganitong event eh. They really helped me. And the best part there, I was just there in the moment. The music was there.
Yeah, so you wanna be able to get a professional with experience, extensive experience with wedding, so they know what to do in case anything happens.
Right.
Diba? In case may emergency, they will be able to solve it for you.
They're as good as even nung dumating yung guests namin, which is less than 100 lang naman. Pero all their van from the airport to their hotel, all coordinated. The coordinators know what time our guests are gonna come. Meron ng van arrangement. Tapos papunta doon sa venue, na text na yan lahat. Please do come at this time.
Please prepare. The pickup will be at this time.
Yeah.
etc.,
Your
etc.
makeup, di ba? Yung sa entourage, your makeup will be at this time. Can you please come? Nasan ka na? Everything handled because of excellent coordinators.
So our coordinator is after 5 weddings. They are also based on Bohol. So actually, most of our suppliers are based in Bohol, simply because we want to avoid the unnecessary expenses of flying people and paying for their accommodation when there are excellent people in the venue naman, in the area, no. So we got excellent suppliers in Bohol, and no regrets talaga, as in wala akong regret na sa Bohol ko kinuha yung mga suppliers because they delivered
Really well.
really, really well.
Another tip also, you wanna make sure that they know one another.
Yeah.
Para
I
hindi
guess sa events industry naman, nagkakatrabaho na yun talaga.
yeah.
So, especially pag nandito lang sa Metro Manila or Tagaytay, kahit pa paano magkakakilala na yung mga suppliers na yan. So, it's gonna be easier for them to work with one another, lalo na yung co-ord, tapos yung photo vid, yan, no? Kasi lahat yan, they're gonna work together with the co-ord, no?
Yeah.
So, maganda rin. It's a plus point, no?
So,
But not really required naman,
yeah.
kasi hindi mo naman makokontrol.
Agree. So, miscellaneous, last but, second to the last tip, miscellaneous, there will be a lot of miscellaneous expenses because what will put your wedding go up is, or shoot up rather, in terms of financially, is the details. So, kunwari kami, syempre, meron kang LED screen, meron kaming fireworks display, we had sparklers.
So, yan na yung mga nice to have, but not really
Required. Yeah.
you know?
So, yung kanina, yun yung priority. But right now, this is the nice to have, not really required. But it made things, I guess, more magical, more beautiful.
So, I guess nice to have yung band, diba? For us, it's a non-negotiable. But for other people, it's just nice to have. Hindi naman required na may band. Pwede namang may music playlist ka na lang. That
Right.
could work also.
Yeah.
Yung fireworks, nice to have na lang yon. But then again, that's the
It was my
reason-
non-negotiable. Non-negotiable ko yun.
That's the reason why we had a wedding in Bohol, because we saw fireworks display during a wedding. So, yan.
Nice to have, but not required. What else?
Yung LED
screen.
wall,
Wall pala. LED wall, the
nice to have.
Stage.
Yung the dance
The
floor.
dance floor.
Hindi naman required, pero nice to have.
the
Yung-
ice cream. Ano yan?
Yung ice cream.
Parang sorbetes. Sorbetes, whatever.
Ice cream during the cocktails. Yung, tawag dyan, souvenirs, giveaways, nice to have. But not, I guess, hindi na rin siya masyadong importante these days.
The cocktails itself.
The cocktails.
Kasi meron naman yan na alcohol pero medyo, di ba?
Yung cocktails is
Yeah.
not alcohol, it's the food. Before
Okay.
the
I mean the cocktails alcohol. Nice to have na lang yan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mobile bar.
The mobile bar.
Oo,
Yeah.
nice to have na lang yung mobile bar. Unless na lang, party people talaga kayo.
Right.
Most of the people na I know na party peeps talaga sila, they have after party at mobile bar talaga is they're non-negotiable.
Yeah.
But for us, hindi wala kaming after party na.
Yeah.
We just simply wanted good food,
Right.
band, yun.
Yeah. And specified host. Okay? Kasi the host will bring your, the
Yung
energy of the
host
reception.
is not nice to have. The
Hindi,
host is also
specified
ano,
host.
the host-
Specified. Ibig sabihin, we can just get any other host Pero ibig sabihin also for the reception, it makes things more wonderful. It makes the event more magical. Pero kasi there are hosts na kasama na yon sa package with the venue.
Yeah.
Merong mga
Pero
host na
the host is one of the most important suppliers that you
Yeah.
need, because yung host mo will be the one to really up the energy during your reception. So kung hindi masyadong magaling yung host, medyo baka mag-alisan yung mga tao. So I guess the main job of the host during your reception is to let people stay until the end.
Right.
Because I attended some of the wedding here in Metro Manila in Tagaytay na after talaga kumain ng mga guests sa
Umalis
mountain,
na.
umaalis talaga.
Yeah.
But if you have a good, amazing host, they will stay until the end.
Yeah.
And that's what you want, di ba? Parang
Yeah.
ang sakit naman sa puso na.
so required to have a good host. Pero a specified host, it's nice to have. And what do I mean by that? Kasi kami, we flew the host from Manila to Bohol. It's not required that we have to fly somebody in. Pero it was a specific detail that we want very excellently. That's why we flew him, from Manila to Bohol so that he could actually become a really good host for our wedding. So a good host is required. Pero again, why are we talking about nice to have but not required? Because diyan napapasok yung budget nyo. Out of your top 3 or 4 priorities that I mentioned a while ago, venue, design.
For some people, yung styling or design hindi naman non-negotiable sa kanila eh. Some
Okay.
can settle in just a simple design.
Right.
So, but I guess the major suppliers are number 1, kasama din doon yung makeup.
Yeah.
The makeup, major suppliers yan. Syempre, photo vid, venue, lights and sounds. Yun.
Yeah. Now, after the major supplier, the next thing that you want to ask is check your budget na. First, before you're going for nice to have but not required. So we had our major suppliers and then we check on the budget. Can we still have this?
Yeah.
Can we still have this? Can we still have this? The answer to all of that is yes. For me. Pero sa inyo, check nyo. Can the budget still go? Which brings me to another perspective also. If madiskarte ka, no? If madiskarte ka, ako kasi at that time, my perspective doon na sa nice to have but not required. Just, let's go for it. If I've got time, I'll make money. So, I'm gonna be speaking for men. If you can, no, if you can make more money beyond your salary, or if you can make more money beyond just your first source of income or first stream of income, if you can go above, if you can go beyond, my suggestion, pagkakitaan na lang,
I guess not just for the men,
or
but
for women also.
for women
Yeah,
also.
for the both of you, kung kayang pagkakitaan na lang, diskartehan na lang, para kung lumaki yung income just for you to have all of this nice to have but not required versus tipirin na. Pero kung hindi talaga kaya, kung hindi talaga, it's really not possible, then at least lang you're good with your major suppliers, and pwede mo na yung mga nice to have but not required, then wag na lang.
Yeah.
But then again, sabi ko nga, kasi we moved from November to April, at around January, sabi ko, no, I'll just say yes to it. We'll just make things work. We'll just make things happen. We'll find means and ways to have the money. And I want to point that out for you guys as well. Have that mindset and have that perspective. Let's get the money instead of maghigpit or maghigpit na maghigpit.
At the end of the day is just get the wedding that you want, no, whether it's intimate, simple, or grand. The point here is make the wedding that you want happen.
And make the most out of it.
Yeah, make the most out of it.
Kasi when that happened, my perspective changed na. When the wedding happened instead, my perspective changed na. Sabi ko nga, the wedding will just be one day, but the memories will last for a lifetime.
Some people kasi have different perspectives. Eh. Some people would say na it's just one day, wag na masyadong gumastos.
Yeah, that was also my
there are also people na friends namin who did not experience kumbaga they just had a simple wedding. And now, kumbaga they've been married for so long, and then they were saying that's actually one of our regrets, no, that we did not have a grand wedding, no. So, kumbaga they were saying na to make the most out of it kasi minsan lang yan. So, it's really your choice. Okay, wedding mo, choice mo. So,
yep.
Kung ano man gusto mo.
Yeah, what I just don't want is you live in regret after. So, I don't like that. And ako nga, sabi ko nga, I am an actual example of having that perspective, but having that perspective changed when it happened. Na yun nga, the memories will last for a lifetime. And at the end of the day, it's gonna have zero regrets on my part. On our part, because we know we've given the most out of it. But then again, sabi nga natin, after the major suppliers, nice to have, check your budget.
Check
Perspective, if you can get the money, sure. If not, wag nang ipilit, wag na i-force. Just a finance tip also.
No, eto pala, ang question is, sino ba talaga dapat ang magbabayad ng
Both.
wedding?
Both.
Yeah. So,
Non-negotiable sa akin both.
both. Both. So, we both
Gender equality tayo dito.
paid for our wedding po. No?
Gender fairness.
Hindi po yan hindi po yan shoulder ni Migs alone, no? So we both worked hard to get the wedding that we want, no? But syempre,
But if you can extend, go ahead. Yeah. Di ba?
but of course, if gusto mo, you're a man and you really want to shoulder everything, why
It's
not?
your call. I
Why
just
not?
did not decide to do so.
Why
But I
not?
did extend. To be fair with me. Okay? I did extend beyond and above and more than what is required of me. But, then again, ayaw nyo kasi yan magkasumbatan pa. At the end of the day, you're gonna be, sabihin ng mga pastor, ng mga pare,
And
two of you
actually-
becoming one. So, it's gonna be the same, di ba?
Yeah. And actually, girls, women, no, it's good to pay also for the wedding so you have a voice. And makuha mo yung mga gusto mo, 'di ba? Kailangan ipaglaban, no. So,
Right.
for some suppliers, no, na ayaw niya na, but I really wanted it, I paid for it just because I wanted it. So, yon, diskartihan na lang tayo mga ano. And I guess, lahat ng mga brides, they know na pag sa budget, yung husband talaga yung nagde-decide whether papayag ka ba na ito yung suppliers. Kasi, I guess lahat naman ng brides, they sometimes, ang daming options na nakikita sometimes.
And I guess it worked for us. Na, sa totoo lang, no? Another thing that worked for us is, kumbaga, para siyang nagtitesis defense sa akin. She has to justify the price. Why? Bakit hindi iba? Anong another option nito? Can we get it on a lower price? Pero at the end of the day, when you now have the most quality at a reasonable price, you get it. So again, the point here that we always say is, hindi naman kailangan sobra-sobrang budget. Hindi rin naman, wag naman din yung alam mong tinipid and cheap na yung dating.
Yes,
Yung
so,
chararat na. Ayaw mo din nun.
Yun nga. So, it's really important if you are planning for your wedding. A lot of research.
Yeah.
Kasi nga, you can actually find great, amazing suppliers na hindi naman masakit sa bulsa. I
Right.
guess, for us, no, that's what happened for us, no?
Yeah.
Hindi ko
Tama lang, yung balance lang.
Oo, sakto lang. Hindi siya sobra-sobrang mahal. Like, yung mga ibang suppliers talaga na kilala na here in the industry, na bongga na talaga, na sobrang mahal na talaga, no? Syempre, I have nothing against them. It's their, kumbaga, sikat na kasi sila talaga, no?
Right.
And they deserve that also. But for us, no, hindi lang rin talaga kaya hindi ko lang namin maisip na gagastos kami na sobrang mahal.
I just cannot justify it.
Oo, hindi lang
Talaga.
namin ma-justify. So, I made sure to look for suppliers that are at par in
Who
terms
can
of
deliver?
in terms of the output that I want, in terms of my peg, and I guess sobrang happy ka.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's who delivers it. At the end of the day, it's what you want, how you want it, how you view it, how you see it, and making it work. Last two tips, okay? Kasi we're talking about budget. This is just my number one rule with regards to the wedding. Never, in my opinion lang to, do not use your savings. I never touched a single centavo of my savings for the wedding. Anong ibig sabihin nito? My rule has always been, I will get new money
New money.
to pay for the wedding, not my savings. I will not liquidate any business. I will not liquidate my stocks. I will not liquidate my investments. I will get you new money to pay for the wedding. Why? Sinunod nyo itong shinare namin. Tapos babalik kayo sa amin.
Zero.
Ubos po ang savings
Zero
namin. Ubos
savings
po
na.
ang ipon because sinunod po namin kayo. Sabi nyo po kasi wag nang tipirin. No. Okay? After engagement, you have a timeline. Get new money.
Yeah, kaya naman may timeline.
Yeah.
para makapag-produce pa ng more income and makapag-ipon pa, no? And spreadsheet is also important. I guess what worked for us is we designated a bank account. We
Yeah.
designated a bank account wherein every time we get income, we get money, we deposit.
Yeah. So be disciplined and be committed and depositing money every time you get something, no, whether that's 15-30, whether that's weekly. Kami, we were disciplined, we were committed, we put in money there.
And nakalagay doon yung initial budget that we want, and kung initially kasi talagang half talaga kami. So, and then from there, nakikita mo doon ang nababawasan kung magkano na lang yung kulang mo, tapos hulog ka lang ng hulog.
Yeah. Now, dun rin, no? Dito, whether men or women, this is more of who earns more. Okay? In the couple, who earns more, kapag nakikita mo nang medyo sumasabit na, medyo sasalo ka na. Okay? At the end of the day, event nyo naman pareho yan.
Yeah.
Hindi naman yan event lang ng isang tao. At the end of the day, it's gonna be the special moment between the two of you. So, whether it's the man or the woman, okay, again, gender fairness tayo dito, gender equality, economically lang ang pag-uusapan, who earns more, medyo nakita mo, medyo sabit, una, 50-50 kayo, tapos medyo sumasabit, you're earning more, you bring it more, you bring more to the table, you bring more. At the end of the day, it's for the both of you, it's what you both want, and you compromise on what will make your wedding the best wedding for the two of you, but in the same manner, not to the extent na of conflict. No, na kasi yung isa gusto niya ganito, tapos ikaw ayaw mo, tapos di na kayo nagkasundo, instead na wedding ang naganap, naging breakup, di ba? So you don't want that.
Yung iba gano'n during the wedding plan.
Oh, so you want to compromise, no? Whatever will serve the both of you.
And
Yeah.
and also during the wedding itself, hindi na masyadong magmamatter yung mga small details.
Yeah.
Hindi na masyadong magmamatter whether naka-deliver ba yung supplier or hindi, or pangit ba yung supplier or hindi, because you're just
In the moment.
you're just in the moment and you just want to get married, no? So
Yeah.
whatever your definition of your dream wedding will be, at the end of the day, ang objective lang ay ikasal, no? Especially ngayon, pandemic pa rin, you guys might be planning, pero again, wala sa atin ang control whether magla-lockdown or hindi. So, wag na lang mag-overthink and just do whatever it is na.
Yeah. Again, at the end of the day, at the end of this video, you guys get to choose, no? You can choose, again, an intimate, simple wedding, or you choose an average wedding, or you choose grand. We are on the other side of the spectrum, but it's gonna be your choice. Your wedding, your choice, your finances, your choice, but most important, you do everything responsibly. Preparation is the key. What made our wedding really, really wonderful was that we prepared financially, mentally, emotionally. We prepared as a couple, we prepared individually, we prepared the plans, we prepared the Excel sheets for the budget, we prepared the money, the new money, we prepared to get more money,
We prepared to research.
to research. Preparation is the key, no? Then from there, dun na everything happened, no? So I hope you guys learn a lot for this. I think comprehensive, napaka-comprehensive na itong
Oo,
binigay
parang ang
namin.
haba na nito.
Super. So comprehensive na to. Marami ka sanang natutunan. Share mo para marami ding matutunan ng iba. Okay? And to end, hindi kami nag-usap sa pink, pero ganun talaga.
Oo nga, hindi, ginaya
Bye!
niya ako. Bye!
Bye!
Take my hand, we'll walk a while, we'll talk a while. Feel my love, always there beside you, and be the one. I know you'll tell me everything. You are the one. I cherish more than